Hello, everybody. Welcome to my presentation. The title of the talk is A Study on English Teachers' Adaptation of Online Teaching in Bangladeshi Private Universities. I am Adiba Murtaza, lecturer in the Department of English of Southeast University, Bangladesh, and Joint Secretary of Bangladesh English Language Teachers Association, Belta. I'm very happy and excited to be featured here as a presenter. Before we jump into it, let me just briefly state what this talk is about. Due to COVID-19, the world had to impose lockdowns that affected all the sectors of life. Bangladesh was no exception to this. Locking down to business, however, didn't mean shutting down education. To keep the education system operational, though the mode of teaching had to shift from classroom teaching to online teaching. In Bangladesh, private universities were the pioneers in this. The teachers of private universities had to quickly adapt to take up on this new normal, which was both excruciatingly exciting and at the same time charmingly challenging. This study explores how English teachers responded to this new online mode of teaching through an online questionnaire conducted on 56 English teachers from 24 different private universities of the country. The research focused on variables that affect online teaching learning, such as availability of power, internet connectivity, access to smart devices, maintaining EMI, online safety, digital divide of students, assessment techniques, and interactive teaching. The data analysis attempts to draw some insights relevant to effective online teaching methodologies in language classrooms in our context, which is applicable to most settings in South Asia. The table of contents, I will keep it very simple. There are the three parts in the talk: introduction, the context and the demography, findings from the survey, the challenges, conclusion, concluding remarks, and the takeaways. Introduction, the context and the demography. Based on 2017's data found in the World Bank's report on tertiary education published in 2019, there are 40 public universities in Bangladesh where 5,20,000 students are studying. There are 95 private universities in Bangladesh where 3,40,000 students are studying. The survey, I conducted an online survey through Google Forms. There were 55 survey questions. The data were gathered from 24 private universities of Bangladesh, where 56 English teachers have participated. Let's have a look at the ranked distribution of the teachers who participated in the survey questionnaire. There were 28 lecturers, 4 senior lecturers, 20 assistant professors, and 4 associate professors. You could say we have a more or less even distribution of senior and junior teachers participating in the survey. When we look at the teaching experience of the surveyed teachers, we see that there were 22 teachers who had less than 5 years of teaching experience. 12 had 5 to 10 years of teaching experience. 18 of them taught for 11 to 15 years, 3 for 16 to 20 years, and only 1 teacher had more than 20 years of teaching experience. Findings from the survey. Teacher training. We asked our participants if they received any training on online teaching. The pie chart shows that out of 56 participants, 44 received some form of training in online teaching, and other 12 did not. The average Likert rating of 3.75 on the scale of 5, that the ones who received training found it quite useful. The histograph chart on this slide shows the participants' own assessment of their experience level in online teaching. The average experience level is 2.93 on the scale of 5. The participants who did not receive any training rates their experience level as 2.84, whereas the trained participants rate their average experience level at 3.18 on the scale of 5. Challenges for the learners. Learners face various challenges to attend online classes. In the survey, our participants could pick multiple answers as challenges for the learners. In the next few slides, we'll list the ones that got the most number of votes. Internet connectivity and availability. 99% of the teachers surveyed say that internet connectivity and availability is one of the major problem or the challenge for the learners. These are three phases. From my own live classes, you can see that the students are attending classes outdoors. There is a large number of students who do not get proper and stable internet connection at home. They have to come out on the open field or sit on the street curbs just to be able to attend classes. Expensive internet. The internet is quite expensive in Bangladesh. 71% of the survey participants listed it as a major challenge for the learners. Most students rely on the mobile data for internet access. If you look at the country's leading mobile operator, the Grameenphone, the cheapest offering rate is 512 MB for Taka 14, but only a 3 days limit. If the students are attending online classes or live classes using Google Meet, they would be spending 500 MB per hour. Most undergraduate classes are 1.5 hours long, and on an average, a student would be taking 2 classes per day. That's 3 hours of class using up to 1.5 GB data per day. In terms of money, it's 42 taka per day. In US dollar, that's 50 cents per day. Power outage. Power outage is another big challenge in our context, and 71% teachers found this is a very common problem in Bangladeshi context. Noisy home environment. For 42% teachers, a noisy home environment was another big problem. Digital divide among students. The online classes are causing a digital divide among the learners, particularly for the students who are staying in semi-urban or rural areas. An average Likert rating on the scale of 5 is 3.63, that the survey participants agree that online teaching increases disparity among students. Students from semi-urban, rural areas. Although the private universities are situated in large cities, most of them in the capital city Dhaka, but a large number of students studying in those universities are from semi-urban or rural areas. 24 of our participants estimate that 50 to 75% of their student population is from semi-urban or rural areas. Online teaching for semi-urban rural areas. An average score of 2.80 on the scale of 5 for viability of online teaching. for semi-urban or rural areas shows that the survey participants are neutral about this. In response to another question asking for suggestions for such students, they shared some useful ideas. Teacher can upload video recording slides. Teacher may take extra hours to conduct classes as some of the students cannot attend the classes on time. Be supportive to their situation and providing extra time. Reach out to them using platform which will be accessible and economically viable for them. Contacting them, asking their peers to cooperate with them and provide them materials or resources they need. So these are the suggestions we got from the teachers. Maintaining EMI, English medium instructions. For English language teachers, maintaining EMI in class is definitely a matter of concern. In next few slides, we'll see how well our participants maintained that. Teachers maintaining EMI. Well, 80% of the teachers maintain EMI throughout the class, 20% of them maintain sometimes. And it is worth noting that the survey participants feel it's okay. And the average score 3.39 on the scale of 5 to compromise with EMI in online mode. Reasons for maintaining EMI. We asked the participants to mention the reasons why they maintain EMI in their classes. They could list multiple reasons as an answer. Here are the most frequently answered ones. 25 said that the use of EMI in online teaching is mandatory in their institution. 24 participants felt more comfortable in EMI. And for 21, it was their own choice, and 7 felt obligated to maintain EMI. Assessment in online mode. Let's have a look at the assessment options for online teaching. Assessment then and now. In conventional classes, we used pens to grade papers. Giving a written feedback was very easy and very common, by the way. So in online mode, however, giving such customized feedback is not an easy task. On the flip side, though, it is much easier to return graded work privately and efficiently. Mode of assessment. Assessment for a course can be done in various ways. Thus, we gave the option to select multiple answers to tell what form of assessment they use in their classes. As we see, formative and summative assessment were used the most. Tools for assessment. Teachers use various tools for conducting assessment in online classes. Our survey participants use Google Forms and Microsoft Forms the most. Some of them also use Kahoot, Nearpod, ClassMarker, etc. And feedback during or after the class. 66% of our participants always provide feedback during or after the class. 25% did so sometimes, whether the remaining 9% never provide such feedback. Online safety, both for the teachers and for the learners. When the question of online safety came up, the main focus was to get the idea about who should ensure the safety for the teachers and the learners. Responsibility for online safety. For providing online safety to students, our participants find that its responsibility mainly goes to the teachers and the university. As for the teachers' safety, they feel that the university and the teachers themselves should play the main role. Interactive teaching. Engaging students in online mode. Our participants' teachers left the following suggestions. 43 of them voted for group discussion. 25 wanted to engage them by delivering lectures. 20 saw peer work as an effective way. 19 suggested arranging debates and pedagogy and learning theories. It is interesting to note that even though online teaching is very much technology dependent, our survey participants value pedagogy over technology. This is what the average Likert score of 3.91 on the scale of 5 from our participants show. Behaviorism. Learners are the passive participants. The behaviorist theory sees that learners as passive participants, where the teachers give lectures to deliver the content. However, to ensure that the students are properly learning, they would conduct class assessments, online quiz and assignment submission systems like the class marker. Example shown here in the slide makes administrating such assessment very easy. Liberationism, students are free to learn. Liberationism liberates the students in that it believes that students are free to learn how they want to learn and what they want to learn. In today's work platform, like YouTube, TED, podcasts, make it very convenient to learn something new. Here on this slide, we see that BBC's YouTube channel and with the 3.5 million subscribers, channels like this help students to learn English. Constructivism, creating own knowledge. The constructivist theory states that the learners can create or construct their own knowledge either individually or socially. In collaboration, tools like Google Docs provide the platform from such collaborative creation. Connectivism. The connectivist theory is very much in line with today's technology-oriented world. It is about the holistic integration of network. The attached screenshots shows how learners are engaging in conversation in Facebook Messenger chat group to learn English. Conclusion and the takeaways. We have reached the final section of the talk. This is where I share some concluding remarks and the takeaways. The takeaway, motivated students. Even though it's a new thing, there were lots of challenges, our students remained motivated. They accepted this new normal situation very positively. The smile on this boy's face assures me that it is worth it. Online classes could be conducted successfully with limited resources. Most of the students and the teachers in our country do not have access to proper resources and tools to give or take online classes. They made use of whatever limited resources they have. Like this, the teacher in this photograph using a small whiteboard behind her to write and shooting herself using a mobile phone. Recorded lectures help the students. There are numerous reasons why students cannot attend online classes properly or regularly. For the ones who miss a few classes or miss some part of the class, or maybe want to view some classes before the exam, recorded lectures came as a life savior for them. So video conferencing tools like Google Meet or Zoom have screen recording features for live classes. Most of the modern learning management system have mobile app versions, as usage of smartphone is very common among the students and the teachers these days. We can effectively see classrooms in everyone's pocket. This is how teachers and students can stay connected than ever before. Thank you for your patient hearing. If you have any question, I would be happy to answer them now.